What's up, motherfuckers? Let's do some quick takes for UFC 298. Shooting from the hip. Happy Valentine's Day! Woo woo!
All right, guys, my quick thoughts on the fighters for UFC 298. Very quick thoughts. First thing that comes to mind when I see them. Let me share my screen. Let's get right into this fucking shit. I can't wait for this card. I think it's being slept on. It could be better than 299 and 300. The card's stacked. So let's see what we got. Andrea Lee versus Miranda Maverick. Andrea Lee, she's dating a racist guy. Miranda Maverick makes pickles. She just came out with habanero flavor. I think she has garlic dill. Miranda Maverick's the move for sure. Val Wordburn starts by Bo Nickel against Oban Elliott. Oban Elliott was on Dana White's Contender Series, got murked for 2 rounds, and then somehow came back. Seems like an idiot. Val Wordburn seems like he sucks, so not sure. Marcus Rogerio de Lima, hope he has a great dentist. I know his teeth are all jacked up from Derek Lewis. Fighting Junior Tafa, stepping in for his brother Justin Tafa. The brotherly love is A1. So I'm going with the Tafa gang 100%. Ming Yong Zhang, no idea who he is. Fuck him. Brendan Ribeiro looks like an absolute stud. Saw him on Dana White's Contender Series. He has the look. He has the physique. He has the fight style. He's just going to go out there and try to knock you the fuck out, do something brutal. On Dana White's Contender Series, he was successful. Not sure if he's going to be too successful in the UFC. He could be Trevor Peak, type of prospect, but he has that look to be a star for sure. We got Rinya Nakamura with the blonde hair against the dollar store Chito Vera, Carlos Vera. Carlos Vera was part of the prospects team on The Ultimate Fighter. Even though he's 35 years old, he needs a hair transplant desperately. The guy's too old, too washed up. Nakamura's on the rise. I could see Nakamura being a star for the UFC out of Japan, maybe headlining a couple fight nights in the future. So Josh Quinlan knocked the shit out of Jason Witt in his last fight. Looked terrible. Danny Barlow coming off a big win off Dana White's Contender Series. Definitely going Danny Barlow here. Quinlan looked like he had zero technique in his last fight. He's all power. He's got to find that lucky shot. Otherwise, got to go Barlow. Amanda Lemos versus Mackenzie Dern. Quick turnaround for Dern. She got pretty battered in that fight with Jessica in that short amount of time. I'm not sure how much improvement she can make on her striking. Obviously, she could definitely submit Amanda Lemos, who has been submitted before by Andrade as well. So they both lost to Andrade. Mackenzie Dern doesn't have the takedown ability to get it to the floor, especially with someone strong like Lemos. Dern just doesn't have the wrestling, and it's too short of a time since the Andrade fight to really work on much. So, take it or leave it, but is what it is. Fluffy Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov. Fluffy Hernandez has the accolade of submitting Rodolfo Vieira, which is fucking sick. Great, notch to have on your belt. Roman Kopylov's an absolute dog on the feet. It's a striker versus grappler matchup. 2 dark horses, 2 up-and-comers. It's a 50-50 matchup. Merab Dvalishvili, the Goblin, versus Henry Triple C, the King of Cringe Cejudo. Triple C, 37 years old at bantamweight. Not a good look. Not a good look. I think that retirement was a waste of his prime. I think that was ill-advised, and I think it backfired on him greatly. His YouTube channel fucking blows. Merab kind of hated him when he beat Piotr Jan, but hey, the content he's putting out on Twitter recently with the funny-ass videos, Professor Merab, I mean, how can you not like those videos? At the press conference with the Mexican flag, Viva Mexico, Mexico! So Merab's turning me. I hated Merab, but he's turning me. I'm starting to like him. Geoff Uberback Neal versus Ian Cucciato. So we got Uberback versus Cucciato. Very interesting matchup. Obviously, it's going to be a striking battle. Neither guy's going to take it to the floor. Ian Gary's wife might be in his corner, similar, a la Platinum Mike Perry. Jeff Neal might have Neil Magny in the corner. So this one's going to be the battle of the corners. It's going to be very interesting. Ian Gary has the length advantage. I think that might come into play pretty big time, pretty big impact with that. So take it or leave it. Robert Whittaker versus Paulo Costa. Robert Whittaker said in his last fight against Dricus du Plessis that he just didn't want it as much as du Plessis. He wasn't hungry in that fight. He didn't have the right mindset. That makes him a dangerous man coming into this fight, especially fighting someone like Paulo Costa, who's coming off a year layoff, doesn't really fight too often, isn't very active, isn't the most technical in the world, just a strong kind of brute. Good body shots, goes for the head a lot, but there's no feints, there's no setups. I think this is a tailor-made matchup for Whitaker getting back on the horse. Although I'm not sure Whitaker's going to do much in rematches against Duplessis or Adesanya, but it should be an entertaining fight for what it is. Main event: Alexander Volkanovski cooking with Volk. He's trying to cook up something nice, maybe some surf and turf, a little filet mignon, maybe some scallops against Ilia Topuria El Matador. He might bring a whole fucking bouquet of roses to this fight. I'm not really sure. The guy thinks he's got Spain on his back. He's the new McGregor. He's got to hit puberty first. I think he's got to make his voice a little bit deeper. I know that English is his second language, but you can't have that high pitched voice and sound intimidating. Although I am picking Topuria in this fight. I really love Volkanovski's, charisma. His old man video was absolutely epic. So I'm looking forward to this fight. Volk, Topuria. It's going to be a fucking war. It's going to be a fucking battle. And those are my quick takes.
Shut your bitch ass up, motherfucker.
All right. I guess I'll do that. Enjoy the fights.